Hello everybody, my name is Morgan Cassidy and this is my wife Judy, and we're the luncheon coordinators at the Haltom City Senior Center. And I wanted to create a little video to talk about the Senior Center, or what we do there, and how you can get involved. So let's get started. So often I'm asked, how did the service at the Senior Center start? That's a great question. Well, it started with this gentleman, Tim Pierce. Tim and his men's group were trying to find some area in the community that they could serve, either by providing meals to the homeless or some other outreach program that they could make an impact in their local community. So Tim's group reached out to the church to try to find some place they could help. The church actually had an idea of where to point them, and they ended up at the Haltom City Senior Center working with Bobby Arthur there to see about providing a meal on a monthly basis to the seniors. So in February of 2009, Tim and his group provided the first meal to the seniors. It was a simple box lunch that included a sandwich, a bag of chips, a piece of fruit, and a bottle of water. The first meal that Tim and his group provided, they actually served 20 seniors and prepared an additional 125 meals that they took to a local homeless shelter. That was 3 years ago. Now, on a Saturday for lunch, we serve roughly 100 seniors inside the center, and we deliver an additional 85 meals to seniors that are homebound that can't make it to the center that day. In the fall of 2011, Tim Pierce was looking at relocating and needed someone to help take over the center. That's where Rick and Gail Miller come in. Rick and Gail Miller, along with their cell team, which included us, started taking over the coordination of the senior center. Rick and Gail have done some great things at the center. In addition to arranging the meals every month, they've also invited a dance troupe and a vocal group into the center to entertain the seniors while the food is being prepared. Also, a member of our cell group even arranged for the Tarrant County Young Marines to come and help complete projects around the center, post the flags or colors at events or meals, and even serve lunch to the seniors. Sadly, Rick and Gail have accepted another job opportunity out of state. Now, my wife and I, with the help of our cell team, have stepped in to take over in coordinating the lunches at the center. There are many ways to help at the senior center, but one of the most rewarding experiences is to have your cell team or group of friends prepare a meal for a Saturday lunch. As a general rule, the senior lunch is the third Saturday of the month. We like to have the lunches scheduled a few months in advance. Now, an important note about preparing the meal. One of the most common questions we get asked when people are looking at or considering preparing the meal is, how much does it cost? That's a great question. It is critical to know that the expenses incurred buying the food for the lunch will be reimbursed by money that we have set aside in a church account. This ministry is not a budgeted line item expense from the church budget, but rather, church members give all the money in the Senior Center account as an additional offering that is above the regular tithe to support the ministry. Next time you're on the Northwood Church website entering your tithe transaction, look at the Fund drop-down menu. You will see a selection that is labeled the Senior Center. That drop-down selection directs gifts into the senior account in which we operate. In order to plan and prepare a meal for the seniors, there are a few things that you need to know in order to do your proper planning sessions for it. So let's get started on a few of those items. This is a view from the kitchen as we look at it from the dining area where the seniors will be eating their meal. As you can tell, there's a large serving area and some warming trays. As you will see, the kitchen facilities and kitchen appliances that are needed to cook are slightly limited. The solution to that limitation is really creativity and preparation beforehand. We want to just make sure that when we arrive at the senior center to prepare the meal, it's really just assembling and putting together the components of the meal and keeping them warm as we go through the service. We'll also be able to provide you or your team or your group additional guidance and counseling and suggestions on meals that we've done in the past, or ideas that we've had about it, and just the methods of how to put those things together. In order to prepare for the meal, you will need to know what is available at the center. There is a standard commercial refrigerator and freezer in case you need to store any items while the meal preparations are being completed. We generally do not need to use the refrigerator due to the tight timeline we have once we get into the center to prepare the meal. There is also a commercial ice machine that comes in very handy. We use it to fill coolers and cool water bottles and for the lemonade and tea coolers. As you noticed, there is only one small sink at the center. Do not plan on washing any large pots or pans or warming trays. It is a challenge. Believe me, I've spent many hours at that sink washing. We recommend that you use disposable trays and items as much as possible, especially for the warming trays. We recommend the use of these recyclable aluminum warming trays. It will speed up the cleanup process for sure. The center has one oven and 4 burners on the stovetop. We advise groups that are preparing the meal to cook before coming to the center and use the stove to keep components of the meal warm. Your constraints to get the meal ready will not just be equipment, it will also be time. We are allowed in the center at 10:30 a.m. to start meal preparations. The deliveries that we have going out need to be out the door by 11:45. That gives another 15 minutes for us to reset and serve the dining room at noon. That is an hour and 15 minutes to get set for service. I know what you're thinking. Don't worry, you'll have plenty of helping hands to assist you and experienced volunteers that have done this a time or two. You'll do great. There is a large counter space and microwave. We use this area to stage the disposable food trays to start the assembly line for each plate of food. There are 4 warming trays at the center. Once you arrive for service, it is a good idea to get these going right away so that they are ready when you put in the trays. There is one central workstation in the kitchen. It comes in handy when you're preparing certain components of the meal to have it right there by everything.
Is everybody getting ready for delivery?
Once you have everything set, start the assembly line preparing the meals for the home deliveries. Once all the meals are packed and out the door, you will have time to quickly reset and start serving the main dining area. With all the activity of the volunteers preparing food, serving lemonade, and delivery drivers heading out the door, we have the seniors stay at the dining tables and the volunteers take a meal to each guest. This allows us to make sure that all the guests stay safe and not get caught in the activity and possibly fall and trip. This process enables one of my favorite parts of this program, seeing children serve others. The senior lunch is one of the few areas in the church that is available for children to experience the fulfillment of serving our community. While there is an age requirement for working in the kitchen, there is not an age restriction for children and their parents to help serve the meals in the dining area. As you see in the pictures and in this video, we have a wide variety of ages that assist us. My wife and I have witnessed our own children discovering the fulfillment of serving the seniors over the time we've been volunteering. Watching our kids develop the understanding of what it means to serve others has been a true blessing in our lives. It hasn't always been easy to get them excited about it, but it's certainly been worth the effort that we put behind it. Here's the entire Anderson family heading out for deliveries. We often have special events or groups that come to the center to help out. They either entertain or just come to serve. We've had dance troupes, vocal groups, even the Young Marines have come to help out. If your group or dance team want to come to the center and assist and entertain, just let me know. I'll be happy to set that up for you.
I know you're here with me. And I feel your touch, your hand upon me. And I feel you close, closer than the song.